Hey Aries, this is Hybrid Hipster. This is the beginning part of the March reading. It's going to cycle through the first 2 weeks that we're going through as of right now. I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards. It's going to go over the generalized energy that you're dealing with. It's kind of going to be like a blanket kind of energy. Things that we will personally work on. Things that we are viewing through the past, maybe. Or certain energies that we're dealing with as of right now around us, which could be other people, events that are happening within our lives, or just certain situations we're dealing with. So that being said, I just need 2 more out for you. Another one. That one was in reverse. I am trustful within my relationships. Ooh, Aries. And I speak with sincerity. Ooh, I love that energy. Your energy's great this time. All right. So, I create harmony. I am trustful in my relationships, and I speak with sincerity. Okay. So, oh, Aries. I feel your energy is actually pretty lighthearted, which is actually not surprising because Aries are naturally lighthearted people. You guys really try your best to, make others happy, or, just really almost as if you're trying to spread your energy to others. You're trying to let others feel the way that you feel. You're trying to make sure that, everything not only within your life is balanced, but you care about others' lives as well. You care if their life is balanced as well. You care if happiness is within them. You want others to be just as happy as you feel, because you know how good it feels to feel that way, So I just want you to be mindful that we are cycling into an energy of Pisces right now. And with Pisces energy, we deal with the emotional level of things, or how we deal with things emotionally, how things affect us emotionally, how we're affecting others emotionally, how they're dealing with what we're doing emotionally. So we're being more conscious of people's emotional, triggers or emotional values or things along those nature. We're being very sympathetic and compassionate within that mind frame, And Aries are naturally like that anyways. You guys are very passionate, very sympathetic, very it's just really good vibe energy that Aries give off. It's really nice energy. It's you can be yourself and that's okay energy. It's a very safe haven almost kind of energy, and I love that energy that you're carrying with you, Aries, and you always carry that with you. So the only thing that I would be mindful of is the only card that came out in reverse for me was I am trustful within my relationships. Those are usually things that we need to work on when they come out in reverse for your oracle. So, and I'm starting to do this now. At first I wasn't reading the oracle cards in reverse, but I feel as though it's very important that we do that. We touch base on that, because those are things that we're working on and processing through as of now, the energy that we're going to be cycling into, that we need to kind of maybe make tweaks to, or improve on. Oh lordy. So that being said, now that we cycled through this energy right here, we're gonna pull your cards for 3 cards for your thank you. See my camera's just acting all wonky today. I don't know why. We're gonna pull 3 for your present energy, and then we're going to pull 3 for your future energy. So just give you a little bit more details on, certain people, certain things, certain situations we're going to be dealing with. But overall, so far, Aries, that's really beautiful energy to have, And like I said, Aries naturally carry that with them. I honestly, I love your guys' energy. It's very lighthearted. So lighthearted. And you can just feel free. You feel so free around them. I don't think you guys realize that, though. Because, again, you guys are so worried about making sure others are happy. Ooh, my. Okay. First card's out is King of Cups in reverse and the Justice card in reverse. Well, we'll see, Aries. When the 10 of Pentacles upright, that's beautiful. Good for you. Well, let's see what this tomfoolery is right here. That 10 of Pentacle energy, though, that's nice. We have a King of Wands in reverse on the bottom too, so you may be dealing with two different energies that are kind of working in their shadow side right now. Which again, it's very understandable because we're in that time period. We're also going through a retrograde, and it dredges up a lot of things. So let's see. King of Cups in reverse. King of Cups in reverse is usually an energy who they emotionally manipulate people on an emotional level. It's not so much a mental manipulation. It's not so much like they're plotting. They just play on others' emotions. And so they are prone to guilt tripping. They are prone to making you feel bad. And Aries, it's easy to do that with you because you guys you want people to be happy. That's all you want. And you know, if you can do that for someone and you can make... You guys are so adorable. I love you guys. It's just because of your cards that came out. I freaking love you guys. Oh, Aries. So... my little chickpea. So the Two of Cups is on the bottom in reverse, by the way. Maybe dealing with someone who's like that, you know? And then we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse right next to that. So that's someone who is not only a manipulative person, but they're not in a very great spot either. They're not very stable. They're not very grounded. They're not emotionally stable either. That's another thing for a water sign type. So that could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio you're dealing with. And then with the earth sign, it could be Taurus, or Leo. Wow. Could be dealing with a Leo. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So this could be one individual or multiple people that are coming at you all at one time, you know? So, like I said, it's a person who's just not a very grounded person, you know? They're very just all over the place. I don't think this is really your energy, though, Aries. I think this is someone else, or two different people you're dealing with. And then we have, keep in mind, this wand energy over here in reverse, a King of Wand. So, a lot of reversals here for these major people that are coming through here. And they're dealing with shadow energy. So, you, Aries, are already pretty uncomfortable with dealing with drama and all that other bull crap anyways. You really don't like dealing with it. So, when you have so many people at one time coming towards you, or it could just be one person, like I said, whatever resonates with you, it can be kind of like bombarding almost. You're like, oh my God, like, why is this always the case? Like, why is there always something going on with you, or something going on with you guys, or something happening to the effect of, you know, just causing chaos? Like, I don't understand why this needs to be happening. And so instead of adding to the antics, which Aries is not going to do, instead of adding to the antics, you take a step back and go, okay, 3 of Pentacle energy and 6 of Wand energy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unite. We're going to work together. We're all going to be on the same page. That's what 3 of Pentacles is. Being on the same page, knowing what we want, know what we're expecting, know what we need in return, communicating clearly, knowing, you know, what exactly is the issues and the problems within it, and then, you know, trying to work together to solve that together, not just one individual person solving everything. It's a group effort here. So whatever group effort you're entering into, and that's what I'm thinking, there's multiple people that are involved in all of this, and you're just trying to get everybody on the same page. You're like, listen, everybody just shut up. We're going to talk about it. We're going to figure out what we can do to fix this, and then we're going to actually go about fixing it. Because right now, the way that this is going is just not working. It's just not. And I'm not going to stand for it, and I'm not going to be in the middle of it. So, and like I said, Aries just really don't do that. I just really... you guys just don't want to. You're just like, I don't want to do it. And so, and the 6 of Wands is here upright, and that's victory. That's having victory in something. So, good job, you. Because not only are you getting everybody on the same page, but you're doing it successfully. You're doing it with strides, winning strides, you know? Something is being done here and you're seeing it. It's not as if you're blind to it. It's just you, instead of adding on to the chaos and the conflict and the drama, you choose to try to help to get everybody on the same page and then to fix it. Because in your eyes, how is anything going to get solved if we don't even try? Like, it doesn't even make any sense. So that's kind of your approach to that, and I love that. The very, oh Oh my god, what is that? What is that saying? I learned it in school. I don't think I'm gonna be able to remember it. Laissez-faire, I think that's how you say it. Laissez-faire. I'm probably wrong. Dude, I haven't been in school in a minute. I'm 26. I'm really sorry if I said that wrong. But it's like laissez-faire, where you're just like, I don't want to be a part of this, but I shall help you if you want help. But if you don't want to fix it, then I don't want to be a part of it. It's like a very just like nonchalant kind of approach to it. You're like, you guys are really trying to do something about it. Let's do something about it. But if you're not, Aries is not involved. Thank you. Have a nice day. Oh, I love you guys. You guys are just not having it. You're like, no. I could, but I don't want to. No, Aries. You guys are literally, like I said, you guys try so hard. You guys try so hard to just, help. You're just helpers. That's all you do. You run around and just help. Help, 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 help everywhere. What? Oh. I might pull more cards on this one. That's interesting. So we're going into the injustice. What happened? What had happened was... So this one came out first, then this one, then the Ten of Wands. Oh, somebody was made out to look like a butthole in the situation. That's interesting. I don't think it was you, Aries. At least I hope it wasn't you. What a jerk. If somebody is doing that to you, they're jerkwads. The injustice here is the lack of want to fix anything. Someone or a group of people just deciding to leave it where it is. Huh. Well, oh, and then Ten of Wands down here. That might be your energy, Aries. That's sad. And you're the one that's carrying all the emotional load. Oh, that makes me want to cry. Aries. And look at her. She looks so tired. She looks like she's crying. She's like, why am I carrying all this? Like, how's this my job? I don't understand. And maybe you may be in a situation to where like I said, that's the problem with taking that nonchalant approach. Because now you're not anybody's enemy, so you're everyone's friend. That makes sense, Aries? So now that you're everybody's friend, and you won't pick sides, that's what happens. You get Ten of Wand energy, carrying all the load. And it's tiring, isn't it? And it's emotionally draining, isn't it? Yeah. Doesn't feel very good. That's not fair to you. At all. I'm sorry. People need to realize Ten of Swords in reverse. Betrayal, hurt, sadness. You got 2 10s now. The Knight of Swords. Ooh, somebody's coming in quick. This might be you. Or this might be someone speaking on your behalf. Because they see, the Knight of Swords is also someone who sees things, gathers information, and then implements it. And they're very quick and fast when they implement this. Very straightforward, very quick, in and out. Very direct, though. Very clear, very direct. Seeing this. So this could be someone who's an outside energy around you who's seeing this happen, and they're not okay with it. And so they may vindicate, because they're seeing how you're feeling. And maybe they're just not okay with it. Like, you know what? Everybody calm down. Everybody just stop. It's bullcrap. Stop doing what you're doing. Because it's not okay. Or this is you finally stepping up and going, you know what? This is how I'm feeling. This is how you are making me feel. The Ten of Swords here in the middle, maybe you're speaking on this injustice. And Aries, this is so crazy because you know what? When I first started putting out the readings and everything, we had that one big reading. And actually, no, it was your second reading. It was the one where I said you're a wizard, Aries. Because you are about to start standing and speaking. Because you're tired of it. You're tired of carrying these wands. You hold all these wands, you hold all these secrets, you hold all these things, you hold this, you hold that, you hold this, you hold that. And you know what? It's bullcrap that people around you aren't considering how you are feeling about this, how it is emotionally and mentally wrecking you, basically. And here you come with that sword. And guess what? Sometimes things need to be spoken on, and that's okay. You don't have to feel bad. Do not feel bad. Do not feel bad, Aries. Speak. Say something. Don't just stay there. This is sadness. The Ten of Wands is terrible. That's terrible energy. Because you're so bogged down and you just feel like you can't move, you can't breathe, you can't speak, you can't do anything. Because you're too busy trying to balance all these wands out at one time. Trying to make everybody happy at one time. Where does that leave you? Holding all the wands. That's not cool. Aries. Nope. You gotta stop. And like I said, there may be somebody who goes forth and just vindicates for you. You might not have wanted it to happen that way, but you know what? I feel like this person, because it's not in reverse, they have good intentions. They have pure intentions. They're not trying to do anything that's terrible. They're just they see the problem. They see the problem. This might be, and like I said, I feel like this is somebody who's on the outside of this. Isn't you who's about to say something. It's somebody else who is on the outside. And finally, they have enough and they say something. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you do need somebody to go for bat for you. And it doesn't make you weak. It means that you're loved, that you're cared for, that things like of those nature. Everybody needs somebody to stand up for them at certain points in their life. Everybody does. Doesn't make you any less of a person. And it's beautiful that someone sees and cares and values you. Oh, Aries. See? That's why I said when you just stay on the outside looking in and you don't really say anything. It's beneficial in most cases, but in some cases it's just not. It's just not. That's not the way to approach it. And that's okay. Dude, you might have to go ahead and yell at somebody a little bit. Listen, I've had Aries yell at me. That's scary. I don't like that. My life might be on the line here. I'm really concernicist. I really am. But I bet you I'll never mess with that person again. Listen, we all gotta learn our lessons sometimes. Shoot. Aries, do not mess with. You're a crosswatcher, you better stop messing with Aries. Because they are not a game. You need to stop treating them like they are. They're not. Twisted views of things. 6 of Cups with the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, this might be family based. Our platonic relationship, maybe friendship. Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. Friendship, platonic, sibling, the High Priestess. Ooh, you got some bomb energy this reading, Aries. I love it. I love it. The 9 of Wands in reverse and the Hierophant. So, look at her. I just want to show you the High Priestess. She is so in her element. It's kind of glary, I'm sorry, but she's so in her element, bro. She feels herself. I love it. So, Hierophant is here too. The High Priestess and Hierophant. So, this is a lesson you're learning. And you're not liking it. The 9 of Wands is here and it's in reverse. It's very overwhelming to you. It's very overwhelming. That's what I'm definitely getting. But like all the rest of these cards are like so great. It's such great energy because it's like, you know what? You're trying to stay so positive about this. You're trying so hard to just really just think in positive energy, loving energy, compassionate energy, understanding energy, you know. But with the Hierophant being here as well, I just really feel as though it's a learning lesson. It's a learning curve. It's something that you're learning. And it is very overwhelming, you know, especially if it is a family situation Or let's say even a home life situation, like maybe with your spouse. That's a really crappy situation to be in too, you know? It's just like you're learning all these things and you're seeing these people for who they are, and it's just, it's overwhelming. And in your last reading, that's what it was. It was just, and that's really made me kind of sad too, because as you're learning about others, people are learning about you and seeing the real core you. And the real core you isn't negative. It's just, you know, being taken seriously. You have so much depth to you. So much knowledge to offer. But it's like we're in such a crappy state right now as a whole, as a community, as a race, to where we can't even speak our mind, our opinions, our truths, any of those things without being berated and, you know, judged, or made to feel like we're wrong because we want to speak about something that we feel passionately about, or we believe and perceive as our truth, you know? So doing that so close to home is even harder, especially when you're dealing with people who still treat you that way, who still don't really value anything that you have to say or, you know, give to the situation itself. And that saddens me, you know, because you do have so much knowledge to give and you have been through so many things, but people just don't think to, you know, even consider that. And that's not even, and I'm not even talking about just this situation. I'm talking about as a whole, and you're starting to realize that. You're like, dang, and you're starting to learn things maybe too about situations, our people, our, you know, family traumas or things like that you never even knew. And then that shapes a whole new image for you, for other people around you. It's like such a beautiful thing to be unfolding for you, and you see the beauty in it, but you also see the smog of it too. You know? So, oh, Aries. This is heavy. I'm so sorry. But things like this happen, you know? And then speaking from a mind frame of an Aquarian, where we naturally have the knack of seeing people for who they are, not just surface level. We may not speak on it, we may not say anything, but we see people for who they are, what they can offer, what they can bring, what they, you know, understand, the capacity of what they understand things to, because we are naturally the humanitarians. You are a humanitarian. Oh my gosh, can I speak properly? Humanitarian at a default, because that's all you want to give is compassion and love. That's all you see that is plausible in situations. You don't see anything else as an option. So, that's all I can say. I'm so sorry. You're learning so many different things at one time. And honestly, Aries, I love it. Because it's like eye-opening to you. It's like all the trees and like the fog and everything is just clearing away, and you can just see everything for what it is. And it's disheartening in some situations and just almost earth-shattering, and then at the same time beautiful and a breath of fresh air, and it's all happening all at one time for you, and you're just like, god dang, like when is it gonna end? Because you're tired, you're a little bit worn out. You're like, all right, I mean, I know this is a part of life, but settle down. I'm gonna pump the brakes. Like, settle down. I'm a little bit worn out now. Can't take too much. Like, too much more, you know? I've already been dealing with enough as it is. But it just keeps, it's like curveball after curveball after curveball after curveball, and you're just like, oh my god. I don't understand. So I'm going to tap into your present energy here, and then we'll go from there. So your first card out is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Let's get two more cards for Aries. There we go. The Knight of Sword, or the King of Sword in reverse. Oh no. That's a not so nice person. And the Four of Wands upright. Ooh, I love that energy at the end though. Ooh, ooh. And the King of Wands on the bottom, and wow, why are you surrounded by so many reversals, Aries? What the heck? What's happening? Oh no. Oh, crap is hitting the fan. I don't know. That's the best I could tell you, Aries. I'm so sorry. Crap is hitting the fan. Like I said, things happen, especially when we go through retrogrades and especially when we start dealing with shadow side work. Woo! Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune with Ten of Pentacles in reverse. I can tell you right now, the instant energy I just got with those two cards is not yet. It's not time yet. It's almost here, but it's not time yet. Not yet. That's interesting, okay. The Four of Pentacles with the Sun card. Okay. Ooh. So, again, Ten of Pentacles, all about home life, comfort, happiness, what brings us joy, what brings us happiness, what brings us light and positivity, things of those nature, comfort things. And it's paired with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So with it being with the Four of Pentacles, that just tells me you're starting to sift through things and people that you want in that environment. It's like you're picking through those things, those people, those energies, those what's worth putting time into, what's not worth putting time into, what's, you know, what's beneficial, what's not beneficial, you know. Also realizing the people that are going to be grateful to even have that within their midst to begin with, which is really deep, honestly, Aries, because you never thought that you would get to this point in your life, that you would have to do this. But the Sun card is here, and that's a realization for you. I never thought I would be at this point to where I had to do this. But what's more important, Aries? Your sanity, your happiness, joy, positivity, or to continue to stay in this turmoil? And that's why it's not yet. Not yet. You can't settle down and make everything better. Not yet. Because this is important. This needs to happen. And I know you're tired, and I know you're worn out, and I know you don't want to do it. But we have to do things we just don't want to do. I'm sorry, it's making me so sad. Oh, Aries. It's terrible. I'm trying to like disconnect myself from like personal stuff. So bear with me here, Aries. I'm really sorry. Whew. Oh, geez. I'm just gonna drink some juice. Everything's fine. So these are things that we have to do sometimes, even though we don't want to do them, even though they're painful, even though it's hard and it wears you down and you're just so tired. I can feel how tired you are. And it's okay. You can do this. You can do this. Just a little bit further, just a little bit more. Just a little bit more, Aries. It's gonna be okay. I've been having to tell all the fire signs it's gonna be okay. Oh, fire signs, what's happening? You guys, your readings are always so jovial, but from the past, like, man, when you started hitting retrograde, you guys' stuff has been real heavy. I wish I could give you such like a bright, happy, just happy-go-lucky reading. I wish I could. I wish I could get everybody one of those, but sometimes life just ain't like that, you know? Gotta go through the shit to get to the gold. Oh, let's see this King of Swords in reverse. Listen, I'm an Aquarius. This is usually Aquarian energy. So I know for a certain fact their shadow side is just not super great. They're not fun to be around at all, actually. We kind of crappy people on our shadow side. I'm not even gonna lie. High key, we really are. Ooh, strength. I love that. So let's see here. Three of Wands in reverse. The Ten of Wands. The Four of Cups in reverse. And the Strength card. Ah. Hold on a second. Let me think about this, Aries. This is interesting. Oh. This might not be another person, Aries. This might be you. You're not making it an option or a new path to cut things out. That's another thing that all sword suits carry, is the ability to detach and cut things out that no longer serve us. Being indifferent to things instead of investing so much time and energy into things that we know are not good for us. We continue to keep going with it instead of detaching and releasing ourselves from the situation. Dang. The Three of Wands is with it. That's why it tells me that's probably your energy. That's not an option for you. You're not making it an option for you. Like I said, it's like you're digging your heels in. You're like, no, I'm not going to do it. It's like you're refusing. Which leaves you in what, Aries? Again, 10 of Wands, being overburdened, with the Four of Cups in reverse. Which I find very interesting, because it's like you're so overburdened because you refuse to release and cut things out. You refuse to. But the Four of Cups upright is all about being complacent and not making a decision. But in reverse, that's the exact opposite. So it's like you're not really releasing things. So if you're harboring it emotionally or mentally, compartmenting it, you need to stop doing that. And also, I feel like you really are trying to release this, but it's just so hard for you. It's so difficult. It's like you just don't want to. And maybe it's because you are emotionally invested into this, you know? And that's okay. Listen, we've all been there. We've all been doing some stuff we really probably shouldn't have been doing. Thinking we're doing something the right way when we're really not. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I do that stuff all, like I said, I can understand. I do that kind of stuff all the time. Just thinking, you know, that's the best option to do, but sometimes it's just not. That's our comfort zone. We're staying in our comfort zone. And that's what retrogrades are all about, releasing those comfort zones. We have to release them. The King of Swords also is someone who is very, speaks their mind, speaks the truth, with the intention of interest of everyone involved, but also including themselves. They're very analytical. They're very mind oriented, not emotion based. So with the Strength card upright here, we're now entering in this really beautiful energy, Aries, of perseverance. That's what Strength card is. It's like, like it's fine because I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep pushing. It's like you, out of all of this, that's what's so beautiful about this, is out of all of this, you refuse to lay down. You are not going to do it. You're like, you are not going to do this. You are going to keep pushing, keep pushing. So you're not giving up. And that's what I find very beautiful, is you're not giving up, Aries. Don't give up. Don't lay down. You're going to be okay. And gosh, your video is already 32 minutes in. Okay, let's do this Four of Wands. I promised myself I would cut it down a little bit, but yours is just... I always get so invested in Aries readings. Like, it's like a story, and I love it. Every second. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh. Okay. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So, with the Four of Wands, this is all about making connections that spark your spirit, that spark your soul. They are kindred spirits. They are soul tribe people. They are people who just understand you to a core and accept you and encourage you. And, you know, they're like basically like cheerleaders. They're like, go, go, go. Like, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. Like, you're better than this. Do this, you know? Like, just really around the board, there's just really good people, really good connections, like things that make you feel good. It's followed with the High Priestess and the Four of Pentacles in reverse with the Two of Pentacles. So, in reverse as well. So, with the Four of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles being in reverse, I would just be really mindful of, again, your investment of time, of what you're putting into certain people or certain individuals. With the High Priestess being there upright, though, it's almost like you have a special, like, sensory going on right now to where you can decipher who is worth that time and who is not worth that time. But don't be too critical on that either. You know, just because you've sifted through some really crappy people doesn't mean there's people around you who may carry characteristics like those people, but that doesn't mean that they're exactly the same. It just means that they have similar characteristics, you know? I'm not saying that you accept someone when they're super racist or something like that. Don't do that, Aries. That's not cool. That's not cool no matter who they are. Don't do that. But I'm saying, like, just like certain things, like ticks or like triggers that they have, you know, because they've been through similar things. But maybe that person is attempting to work through that, and maybe that person wouldn't believe it, but it would be beneficial to have around. So that's why I definitely say too, they want you to know that as well, Aries. So I'm gonna cut this short because I'm a blab mouth and it's at 35 seconds, or 35 seconds, 35 minutes. And I wish you luck on this, Aries, because this is actually gonna be kind of complicated. I'm not gonna even lie. Like, it seems really complicated. So just really just be mindful of how you want to approach the situation, you know, and have that discernment and have, you know, draw those boundary lines, and whoever's not okay with those boundary lines, you know, they're not meant to be there, you know? So, because boundary lines are healthy. When people don't appreciate you doing something that's good for you, then obviously they had no intention of trying to do good by you anyways. Oh, Aries. So that being said, just really, really tap into that. Really just try to figure out what you're trying to do within your future, because once the dust settles, you want to be in a position, in a place to where you feel comfortable and you feel happy. What brings you happiness, you know? And then having people around you that deserve to take part in that. That's really important too. Like, don't let people take advantage of you. Don't do that. Just, you know, try to navigate through as much as you can, Aries. And I feel as though you will be successful in this. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. But you can do this. And I wish you luck, Aries, and I love you, and I'll see you in your next reading.